Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. Madam Deputy Speaker, I rise to speak about the very significant infrastructure funding which has been announced for the Corangamite and Geelong regions, which is game-changing investment for the people I proudly represent. In the budget this week, along with the surplus, we announced a record $100 billion over 10 years for roads and rail projects right across the country, in our rural areas, in our cities. This includes, Madam Deputy Speaker, $2 billion to finally get fast rail going in this nation from Geelong to Melbourne to deliver a 32-minute journey. And as soon as the state government can match this funding, and we're calling on the state government to match this funding, and is willing to build this rail line, the money will be there. It is in our budget, Madam Deputy Speaker, page 64, budget paper number 2, and the reference is from 21-22, $2 billion for the delivery of fast rail from Melbourne to Geelong to reduce travel times, increase train patronage and ease congestion on the Princes Highway and Westgate Bridge. That's in our budget papers. And we've also delivered $700 million more for the Geelong Rail Duplication Project, a project that I have championed, Madam Deputy Speaker, since 2015. In 2016, we delivered $1 million for planning at a time when the Minister for Public Transport, Jacinta Allen, said this was not a priority. In the 2017 budget, $100 million. In the 2018 budget, $50 million. And now, of course, $700 million, bringing to a total $850 million for this project. And there's also money for a business case to look at the Geelong Rail Tunnel, and additional money left over, provision for future construction works to deliver that dual track that we desperately need to provide more frequent, reliable and faster rail services through Geelong. We know how critical rail infrastructure is. And I want to call out and make this very clear on the record today, Madam Deputy Speaker. Australians do not like lies. Australians do not like lies. And I want to call out Bill Shorten's candidate in Corangamite, who said on the...
You refer to members by their official...
I'm not talking about a member. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill Shorten. I want to apologies.
Thank you.
I want to call out the Leader of the Opposition's candidate in Corangamite, who in a post on her Facebook page said that Scott Morrison and the Liberals have sat on their hands for nearly 6 years doing nothing to improve rail infrastructure in Victoria. What an absolute joke that is. That is a patent lie. Madam Deputy Speaker, as I've documented very clearly, we've delivered $150 million already, and now in this budget, which preceded this candidate making this statement, we delivered another $700 million, and of course just 2 weeks ago we announced $2 billion. So what a mockery, and it just goes to show politics is full of people who come to politics for all the right reasons. But Australians want their politicians to have integrity, and there is no integrity when a candidate makes that sort of statement after our government has delivered this sort of money for the Corangamite region, and of course the total money available and announced by our government up until the budget was $1.75 billion for the regional rail package, the regional revival package, the rail revival package, when the state Labor government had provided only $150 million. And now, of course, we have the member for Corio making more untruthful statements, claiming that the $2 billion for fast rail is not in the budget. Of course, that's patently untrue. They are desperate, Madam Deputy Speaker. It is clear that the Labor Party does not support fast rail. The Labor Party does not support faster, more reliable rail services into our region. And now the member for Corio is on a mission to campaign against better rail services. So I say to the member for Corio, shame on you. We are incredibly proud, Madam Deputy Speaker, of our commitment to fast rail. I call out his untruthful statements, which are completely untruthful, and I call on the Victorian Government to provide the $2 billion in matching funding that we need to get on with this project, to expedite the business plan. There's $50 million that they've allocated for Fast Rail for its business plan, and I call on the Victorian Government to bring forward the construction timetable of the rail duplication project so we can get on with that project. Thank you very much.